Hello, welcome to Made to Heal with Angela Brown. I want to talk about how to turn your Fomo into Jomo. And it's important that we do that. But before I get into that, I invite you to go to thank you. I'm sorry, I just had to switch that. It was bugging me, it was off. But I would like to invite you to go to my link in the comments below for my book that's called You Are Made to Heal Spiritually, Emotionally, Mentally, and Physically. And it just talks about my trial of depression and suicidal thoughts for 30 plus years. It talks about me being the victim. It talks about me being stuck in anger and hurt and pain and not thinking there was any way out and just thinking I got the bad luck of the draw. And I'm telling you, I've been on a beautiful healing journey after I hit rock bottom in the fall of 2015. I was able to surrender to God in Christ, and I was able to be led. I truly feel like I was led by divine power to implement tools and techniques into better health, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. And I still feel like I am being led by divine power into better health and healing because, let's be honest, it's not a one and done deal. It is an ongoing deal. So this book was written for the intent of all teens and adults alike, no matter where you find yourself in your frame of mind, whether you think you're going great or if you have suffered from depression or whatever. This book was written for all adults and teens. That is my wish, is to get it out. So share my message and click on that link, and it makes a great gift, and not only for yourself, but for others that you love. So there's that. Now I wanted to talk about how to go from FOMO, the fear of missing out, into JOMO, having joy, the joy of missing out. So I am going about things in a whole different mindset. I have changed my diet several different times, off and on, and lately, I I get to this point where, you know what, I don't want to be this ticking time bomb. I know that what I'm doing to my body is having an ill effect because I have eaten healthy for a long period of time. Now I'm talking long period of time being a year and a half, right? I really watched what I ate and was vigilant, and I felt super great. And then I fell into the trap of the standard American diet again. It's been an ongoing kind of a battle. And, let's just be honest, food is a social thing. Food is addicting. And it's been recently that I was, just having the thoughts of, I know I want to eat better and I know what I need to do. And God picks up on those cues when you're thinking of that kind of thing. I happened to get a message from my dad, and he shared a video that I watched from start to finish, and I really resonated with this person. And they talked about being raw vegan and how it has changed their life. And so I thought, you know what? I've been on that diet, and sorry, I am still releasing mucus out of my diet. And I've just started this as of December 2nd, 2024. So I am in the healing process. And I have been raw vegan several different times, and I have seen the benefits that it's had. I remember I had such bad acne, horrible acne. You think of the worst acne you've seen on someone's face and times it by 10, because when I got off of a medicine to clear up my acne, it made me break out like something fierce. I looked hideous, and I was ashamed to go out in public. I couldn't go to church for 2 months. Well, I chose not to. I was, I just was not happy about how I looked. I couldn't even go to the grocery store or go anywhere in public. I did not leave my house for 2 months other than to go see my family. And I was struggling, and my dad said, go on the raw diet. It will help. Raw vegan diet. Sorry. I forgot my water, and that's what I truly need. Um, he said, go on that and that will clear your skin. It will clear your skin. Sure enough, it cleared my skin beautifully. It cleared it in 3 months. In 3 months' time, yes, it takes time to heal a body that has taken in so much junk and garbage. But I had never had that clear of, or beautiful of skin in my life. And so I did it, and I felt amazing in that aspect. And then after 5 months, I went off the raw eating and went back to vegan, but not raw eating, and I was a strict vegetarian for 11 straight years, with some of those years being raw. Probably a total of 2 years being raw, but vegan for the rest. And I felt great. I felt great being vegan, but not as great, not as good. And so on and off. And I was born with delicate health. I was born and diagnosed at a year and a half with cystic fibrosis, and the doctors told my parents that my twin sister and I wouldn't live past the age of 2, and to just go home and enjoy us. And if we did live past 2, that surely we wouldn't live past the age of 5 because we were so sickly. And every time my parents took us to the doctors up to that point, the medical records said failure to thrive, failure to thrive. And so it's just a journey that I've been on healing, and I'm grateful. I have all the gratitude in the world to my parents who were willing and able to sacrifice all that they had to keep us alive by changing their lifestyle and in turn changing our lifestyle. And so I have learned from a very young age to be in tune with my body, what's working, what's not working. Several years I dealt with constipation. It was awful. It's not great. If you're dealing with constipation, we're not getting enough water. And there's so many other symptoms of a dehydrated body besides constipation. But that was something that I had dealt with on and off as a child. And so I've really learned over the years of going on and off how to be in tune to my body, to really hone in and pay attention to my body. And every time I went raw, this FOMO would come up. The fear of missing out. And not really fear. It was kind of like ROMO, the resentment of missing out. I hated feeling like I was missing out. How come everybody can eat what they want and be just fine? And I have to stick to the strict thing. And I went about it in a wrong mindset, not in a good mindset. Mind you, when I had gone raw in previous years, I was not in the best of mindset. I struggled mentally. I struggled spiritually. I struggled so much. And these past 10 years, going into a healthier mindset, I went raw vegan a few years back, and I was in a way better mindset, but I still had this FOMO, just the fear of missing out, and not wanting to be standing out looking like a sore thumb when I go to public things and eat. And this time around, I've taken that FOMO and turned it into JOMO, because the joy of missing out. What is the joy of me missing out on eating the standard American diet that I was just eating 3 weeks ago? The standard American diet that I was eating 3 weeks ago. The JOMO is I'm not feeling my aches and pains. The JOMO is I feel wonderful, extra energy. My clarity hasn't come quite back yet. It takes time, and I know this. Bodies take time to heal. When we are putting certain foods into our body, it's going to damage. And I'm going to put in this link also in the comments below. I watched a video. It's the best love story that I have seen in a long, long time. So one of my favorite movies is Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken, because it's a true story and it's a love story. Well, this story is about a couple of doctors and their journey of love and healing nutritionally and loving each other. And it is beautiful. So it's in the comments below. I'm going to put it in there because it talks about how the body does not lie. Our bodies don't lie. And I'm a foot zoner, and I foot zone people's feet and work and with the foot, and I can tell what's going on internally with the body, and the feet don't lie. feet don't lie, our bodies don't lie, our kidneys don't lie, like nothing lies. And this doctor said, I watch people's kidneys closely, and the kidney doesn't lie. If they eat wrong, one bite of a wrong food, I can see it. It shows up in the blood work. It shows up in the tests that I take for checking on the kidneys. And so it's interesting how our bodies record everything. They record every thought. And it's important to have a beautiful mindset. And this is what's helping me this time around is the mindset of I can do all things through Christ. This is a hard thing, but I'm not going to have the FOMO anymore creep up. And if it does, which it always does, right? I'm still making meals that I have made my family in the past. It's not fair for me to say, oh, hey, I'm changing my lifestyle, so y'all have to do the same. I'm not about taking people's agency away. So it's been really hard me making the meals that I've made before and not partaking because food is addicting. Food is addicting. And so lately I have just, been extra prayerful to God because food is addicting, and it's honestly a lot of the times the natural man takes over. Think we're in the holidays right now. We are amongst the holidays, and so many treats come to our door in and out of our house, and we are bombarded with sweets and the holiday treats and goodness, and it's ever present, right? And so just knowing that I'm replacing all of that, because I don't have any of that. I don't have any sugar. I have the sugars that I found in my food, my fruit. I eat a lot of fruit. And so I find a lot of the sugars, and my taste buds are changing just in, let's see, it's December. Okay, 2 weeks. I'm 2 weeks into it. It's December 16th. 2 weeks into my raw food vegan diet, and my taste buds are changing. Things that I wouldn't have thought were very flavorful. Like I'd eaten fruit along with my standard American diet. I had eaten fruit, and it wasn't the same. Now my fruit, it just explodes in my mouth. The sweetness is intense, and my taste buds are changing. I'm learning to appreciate food in the God-given form that it came to us in, which is straight from the tree to, it goes through hands and stores and stuff like that, because I'm located at a place where I got to go get my food at the store. So, but it's natural. I'm eating natural foods, living whole foods, and it's having an effect. And it's important that we have the self-care in our healing journey. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to love ourselves. And part of loving ourselves is taking care of our bodies nutritionally, feeding it, giving it the proper fuel. And to a lot of people, I am extreme. I am crazy. I am nuts, but I'm not. I truly don't feel like I am. I feel like I am going to be an advocate to help people get on to better health. The way we eat does affect the way we feel. It truly does. It affects our mindset. It affects if you're dealing with nutrition, or if you're dealing with depression and anxiety, your food has a part in it. The food that you are eating is adding, if not making it worse, and is the culprit of the way you're fueling your body. And I'm strongly an advocate of fueling our bodies with living foods. So when you decide to make a lifestyle change, maybe yours isn't as drastic as changing your diet, but maybe it's just, I'm going to start an exercise routine. By the way, you can't just eat healthy foods and go, I'm good. You got to work on your mindset. You got to work on your spirituality. You got to work on getting physical exercise, and you got to work on the emotions, clearing those emotions, because we all have these emotions that have been trapped from the time we were in our mother's womb. So I'm telling you, it's a real deal. All of these healing stages in the spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical, they work all hand in hand. And that is part of self-love, self-growth, self-healing. And I say self-healing, but it's definitely with God and Christ in the mix. They are in us, and it is because of them we are able to heal. I always give credit to God because I have been a Christian my whole life, but I didn't always give credit to God and Christ. And the more I learn spiritually, the more I learn that they are connected in so many things. If we will just stop and look at the tender mercies and the miracles all around us. And I'm just here to let you know that you can turn those FOMOs, those really hard, take this, oh, this is really hard, poor me, I'm doing something hard and nobody else around me is doing it, and this is really hard. Like, that has been my mindset 3 years ago when I did it, and it's not taking the hardness away now, but this time around I am grateful. I choose joy. I choose joy in missing out. I choose joy that I'm feeding my body. I'm fueling it. And maybe the hardness will go away after 6 months. I don't know. And honestly, I don't know that I can keep, making the meals that I have been making for my family for years on end. I'm thinking, um, they're old enough, they can help themselves to how they want to eat. And I'm truly an advocate for healing through foods, healing through our thoughts, healing through our physical exercise, healing through all sorts of areas of growth. So replace those FOMOs that come out. What is it? Are you just having this fear of missing out, of feeling like you're normal? Just accept that when you do hard things, you're not you are going against the grain, and you are not your average person. People that grow, people that stick out like sore thumbs, or people that are on a road that most people aren't on, are usually on the road to greatness when it comes to improving themselves in a lot of areas. And a lot of people are going to think you're crazy. And in fact, I'm dealing with, children that think, oh, I get made fun of for this and I get made fun of for that. And it's like, who cares? Who cares? Be yourself. Don't worry about what other people are thinking. All we should be concerned about is what God thinks of us. And so it's important to think of the good that's happening to your body, the good of the self-care that's coming. Focus on the good. Focus on the joys of missing out. Because you're missing out on this, this, and this, what is that bringing you? What's the payoff? What is the long-term run? I just know when I hit my early 30s, and I was still in my, not in my, I was still in an unhealthy mindset. But in my early 30s, I knew that I wanted to have help into my 80s, because I started seeing the declining of elderly people. And I'm like, oh, is that what I have to look forward to? That doesn't look very fun. Gosh, people work really hard just to get to, 70 and 80, and then they're not having fun because they're having surgery after surgery, or they're dying of a heart attack, or, their life is cut short, due to diabetes or whatever it is. And so I knew at a young age that I wanted to take care of my body. And I have off and on, but I haven't given up my all until December 2nd. And I thought, if not now, when? If not now, when? We can get rid of that FOMO and replace it with Jomo, and focus on the good that it's doing. Think of the joys and happiness that it's going to bring you, because you are feeling great. And that way you will help others, be an inspiration for others to heal and grow in their journey. So this is a hard road that I'm inviting people to take. It's a hard road, but it's a road that will be well worth it in your healing journey. There's too many stories, and too many there are no such thing as coincidences, but there's too many stories and too many things in my life and others from the stories I hear of miracles, of where doctors are scratching their heads going, that's impossible. This should never have happened. Once you get lupus, you have lupus. In fact, the story that I'm sharing, this lady had lupus in her teens, and they gave her a grim outlook. They told her she wouldn't be able to have kids. They told her that she wouldn't live past her 40s. And they told her that they just gave her a really grim outlook. And her health and their story, she and her husband's story, is truly amazing. And it's a beautiful love story. But it just talks about how we can heal, and the importance of the self-care. And that's my journey. It's my journey to help others in their healing journey, because I've been on both sides. And I'm here to help others in their transition go from FOMO to JOMO, and focus on the rewards of the work that you put into your self-care. It's worth it. Every choice you make where you're leaning towards health is worth it. And as you change your mindset, when we change our thinking, we automatically want to reach for the healthier foods to put in our bodies. So God bless. Please like and subscribe. Share this channel with others. I am here to help others learn and grow in their journey, and to become stronger spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. And until next time, bye.